All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SEMA 2018. I'm Kevin Ostie here at the SEMA Central Stage, and I know that many of you enjoy not just working on cars and doing stuff with them and driving them, but we all appreciate a good automotive television show. And I'm joined now by Mr. Christian Murphy and Mr. Matt Hawkins, who have an announcement, I think, that is going to be music to your eyes and ears about car TV.
Listening with the eyes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Christian Murphy. I'm from A&E Networks and History and Lifetime and A&E and FYI, if you're not familiar with our networks and brands. And I oversee our enthusiast brands. So what are the enthusiast brands that we have? Well, Drive is our biggest enthusiast brand, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. We also have an enthusiast brand in the outdoor space and the homemade space. Less relevant for here, obviously. Our Drive programming block appears on Sunday morning on History. It runs from 7 through 12. And then it also appears on FYI on Saturday nights, 5 p.m. through 12 p.m. So our Drive brand is essentially a platform that lives in two places. That is History and FYI. And I think why it's important for this audience and for automotive enthusiasts is that we really cater to and curate our air for the enthusiast. So we begin with our long-form programming, a lot of our hit programming like Counting Cars, Cars That Made America, Truck Night in America, lots of other sorts of things. But I actually cut them all a little bit shorter, and I infuse and flood our Drive block with a lot of short form, original short form that we produce in-house, tips and tricks and lots of experts in the field to create a unique viewing experience. And we've seen incredible results from curating our air in this way, especially from enthusiast audiences. We're getting a very, very, very strong following of enthusiast audiences. So Drive has been going for a little while now, but we haven't actually announced it before today, so very excited to announce it. And let's hear a cheer for Drive. Somewhat of a cheer.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of a cheer. But the really big news, the really, really big news is that we have a raft of new and original programming coming to Drive. And we have one of the oldest and most successful blocks coming to Drive in early 2019. And so today, the real news is that our Power Nation block, not our Power Nation block, the Power Nation block is coming to History. And that is why Matthew Hawkins is here with me today to talk about that.
Thank
Matthew?
you. So we are very excited. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, all the folks at A&E and History. Power Nation, Power Block have been a staple for enthusiasts for 20 years on Sunday mornings, and so we're very excited to be anchoring starting in January 13th on the History Channel. So all your favorite shows, Extreme Off-Road, Truck Tech, Engine Power, and Detroit Muscle will be there every Sunday morning.
So tell me about next year and some of the builds and some of the sort of great storylines that we're going to see from the Power Nation guys.
Well, I hate to do that with our hosts here. They'd be better at doing that than me.
Sure.
But a big thing for Detroit Muscle, we're going to celebrate the summer of '69. It's the 50th anniversary of some of the greatest high mark muscle cars that we ever had. We're going to be doing a lot of builds. So we've got our Charger that we're finishing up, our Hellcrate Charger. Extreme Off-Road, we're going to have our 4th adventure with a JL that we'll take to the max. Engine Power, a lot of great builds there. Truck Tech, the same thing. There's so much going on. It's 92 episodes a year, so there's a lot coming to the History Channel.
Anything else we want to talk about in terms of Power Nation?
I have a quick question if I may.
Absolutely, Kevin.
Yeah.
So the announcement of bringing the Power Nation to History and to the block, well, that's an indicator of how strong this enthusiast arena really is and the strength of the marketplace. Tell me about it.
Well, when we looked around and we knew where we wanted to go, we know that History was the #1 male enthusiast channel. So we couldn't think of a better home. They already have an automotive block, the Drive block in place. So you're cultivating all those enthusiasts to come to that channel already. So for us, it was the right place, the right time for us to make the move.
And I think for us, we have really learned that enthusiast audiences are incredibly engaged, incredibly loyal, and now that we've built that up, we're committed to investing in the future of building that for beyond and into the future. We love this space, and we're very committed to doing that into the future.
That is outstanding news for viewers and for manufacturers, builders, everybody. Thank you guys for doing that.
And I've just got, in addition to Power Nation coming to history, I did want to call out a couple of other shows that are part of our original slate that is coming to the Dry Block in 2019. The first, and I will call out my great friend over there, Dave Ankin, the toy makers are coming to history. And they will be coming in early 2019. And it's a great show that's been very successful over many years. In addition, I also want to call out who are not here, but Courtney Hanson and Troy Ladd have a new show that's called The Ride That Got Away. That's in production now, and we hope to have that on early in 2019. And it's a wonderful show. And in addition, we've also got our friends and colleagues there from the team of It's How You Get There. They've done season 1 with us, and we're seeing season 2 early in the new year. So our commitment in investment in this enthusiast space as it relates to drive is a lot more than Power Nation, although Power Nation is huge news for us. But we are committed to original programming in the enthusiast auto category, and we cannot wait to serve it up to our viewers.
Very good. Christian and Matt, thank you so much for sharing your big news here on the SEMA Central stage. And folks, you're here first, and we're looking forward to it. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks, Kevin. That was excellent.